Obviously, they were hidden among us, and now they have attacked us. Part of the 9/11 attack was Flight 93. And some of the passengers are talking about what has happened. They've been hijacked. And one says, obviously, they were hidden among us. And they have attacked us. We got to do something. We hear about what's going on with the other planes that have been hijacked. You can find these spots here telling you how to make a video of America's hijacked lifelines. 424-229-4140. I've been asking for what I call a 9/11 Flight 93 check. Attack on the World Trade Center. 93 check. We're the heroes of 9/11 on Flight 93 fought back physically against those terrorists who had hijacked their plane. And they also fought back making calls. All of our phones nowadays make a phone call. Of course, they make a video as well. My livelihood's being gauged, and I have aside from this phone I pay for making this video, I have a California Lifeline phone for free. It takes a photo, makes a video. Make a video, whoever's in the room there with you. Their phone, you got the number dialed on their phone, you got the number, the time you tried to call me, on their phone, on your phone as well. Whatever boring thing you get, phone ringing, error message, busy signal, it's not going to be boring. If you need the firemen, the police, paramedics, then you get that. I think you can guess if religious censorship. Highlight on religious censorship was placing a cowardly Hussein in our White House. Right after we got attacked by a whole lot of other cowardly Husseins. Highlight on that kind of censorship, but it's business and political, and that's a part of the genetics of growing a new pair of eyes there. Whatever kind of censorship it is lifeline censorship. And you can guess it's going to be just as newsworthy if your phone is not allowed to work because you're in the wrong political party, you're in the wrong church, you live in the wrong part of town, you know the wrong people. It's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for a decade, over a decade, and not getting one. This is my sugar check. Apparently it takes a whole lot of blood sugar to grow a new pair of eyes. And yes, the man asking you to check and post in 5 for a decade and not getting one. Insulin poisoning. Prescribed insulin that built up. The doctor, I hesitate to call her that, called it slow-acting insulin. I think it was her little joke. About the middle of September last month, it hit me like a ton of bricks. It's still affecting me. But it was because I'm telling you to Flight 93 check and post in 5. Excuse me. Flight 93 check and post in 5. Not 193 check in a decade of asking. And went to the hospital. Dignity Health Hospital, and with LA firefighter paramedics selling their souls to take part in that. That's not the first time with them. Not doing their job properly. And yes, the Rapeti emergency room physician at Glendale Memorial ignored the insulin poisoning. And of course was arrogant as hell. You know doctors. But yeah, make a video. I'll put it simply, whatever you get when you don't get me, it's going to be boring. It's not going to be boring if you need a fireman, police, paramedics. It's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a 93 check for a decade and not getting one. Those hijacking a call to me are worried enough about it. Those hiding among us and hijacking a call to me are worried enough about it to alter phone records to cover it up. Make that video. Have proof of that. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed, whoever you're making a video of. See that phone is every child in America's life under the firemen, police, paramedics. And make a video of being hijacked. Turn around, let them make the video of your phone. All soldiers of the military bases phones. Firemen of the fire station's phone. Policemen of the police station's phone. Priests, tomorrow Sunday. Your church's phone, your phone. Those in your pews, their phones. Make that video of whatever you get. We don't get me posted. Now, show you some of my artwork because I want to finish this up. Yeah, whenever you call up countless other customers, whatever business you're in, and you get that boring thing, phone ringing, error message, busy, that's your Gates livelihood. Your Spectrum livelihood, Walmart's livelihood, whatever's a big name in your business so they can get the business instead of you. Well, how that ended up that way. Joe has just gone to see Jim. They were both in the military together. And part of the military streets, on-scene business, you can use your own vernacular. He got out of the military, he went to work for these folks, and they don't always talk about everything they do. That's the streets. You can call it whatever you want. Pick up your phone, 424-229-4140. There's something very obvious of the streets. That is really nothing that's unseen. No shadowy figures. It's simply folks committing fraud for a decade. Yes, the entire Hussein administration, or as I call it, the entire Hussein terrorist cell administration. Anyway, Joe goes to see a Jim, and he says, "Man, you move quick. What? Why'd you move?" And Jim says, "Well, you know I'm doing all that huss stuff with the Mormons, LDS, Latter-day Saints. I'm doing all of that stuff with them. Obviously, they are hiding among us. And I wanted my wife, my family, kids be closer to me, so I moved them out. And just then, Joe's attention is gotten by something on the news. Yes, it's the 9/11 World Trade Center attack. Yeah, they are hiding among us. They have attacked us. You ask the Mormons, for one. And I'm going to have to make this quick. I'm going to show you my eyes, what I meant by the genetic carpentry. I'm the son of a carpenter, married dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Mary Ann, I'm the son of a carpenter, I get to tell parables. So these are my eyes grown anew. And yes, Dignity Health, not interested in medical research, more interested in keeping a man in a wheelchair in a lot of pain. But yeah, as part of that, not getting decent medical treatment, and you should seriously think about your plans to be a tourist out here, call up LA's fire department, mayor's office, governor's office, anyone. Ask them, what do you know about John Melton Brady? Asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for a decade, a whole lot of videos, a whole lot of graphic art telling everyone to try to call him. And no one has reached him yet with that 93 check. What do you know about that? They can't answer your question. And if you're worried about reprisals from those Dignity Health doctors, like not treating insulin poisoning, giving you something that's 8 times better than morphine in the emergency room than pushing you out of the emergency room with not one pain prescription. If you're worried about that, you shouldn't be going to them to begin with. Change doctors and call them up via speakerphone. Put the numbers, the LA firefighters now have in front of fire. They've always had, all firefighters have the firefighters call me from the fire stations all across America. You can't reach me. You have no idea how many in your neighborhoods, your cities can't reach you in a timely fashion. Because they're checking political parties, where you go to work, who knows, church. But hurry up, I think I lost my train of thought. Make that video of America's Hijack Lifelines, post it. Print out those, that's where I wanted to go. I kind of distracted myself. Flight 93, check. And post Flight 93, digits, the numbers, 93, Flight 93, all one word, no spaces, Flight 93, check, CHECK, 5, digit 5, .blogspot.com. Also, don't forget the www up front, and I just formed it a couple days ago to have these easily downloaded. They're 4x6 photos, 15 cents a piece, give or take. Print them out, take them to church, to work, to school, tell everyone. Try to call this now, make a video of what you get when you don't get him. And yeah, before you go to California, call up a lot of folks out here and say, are my tourists safe out here? Because I hear a man's phone is not allowed to work there because of political, religious, and business censorship. And you know if yours is not allowed to work because of that while you're here and you need medical treatment, it's going to be just as newsworthy. And yes, Dignity Health, I think, has all across America. Ask them if you're worried about reprisals like that. You shouldn't be going to them. Go to a different doctor, call them up via speakerphone. Put all LA firefighters' numbers on the backs of these things. You want good treatment for folks out here in California? Active participation, they are hiding among us. In America's Hijack Lifelines and not getting proper medical treatment. It is run rampant. You need to know, especially if folks from your own city, your own state are going out here. 424-229-4140. Call up the non-emergency numbers. Put their numbers on the backs of 5s. Oh, I've told you to do that with police as well. You give them an opportunity to be law enforcement officers or corrupt and cowardly. Law enforcement officers would know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check in their line of work with all of these. I'm not just the 5s in this thing here. All the 93 checks I've had, all you can find at vote-truth.blogspot.com. Not only the 5s, but 25,000 plus of examples of my work, including a lot of non-5 93 checks. Check and post Americans for Unhijacked Lifelines and fairly elected officials if it's hard to read. Put the numbers on the backspot, call them up. What do you know about this? If they don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is at this point, after I've been asking for over 10 years. In California here, they're either involved or they're incompetent. Either way, things need to be addressed. Make that video America's Hijack Lifelines right now and post. Come see me in person. Have wit, will travel. Tell me what you believe in person. You can't because of that religious censorship that attacked us with 9/11 and attacked us from the inside with another cowardly Hussein. You have to come see me in person to tell me what you believe. Do that. Ask what I mean by Jesus' immaculate house as well. Those 1,000 points of light to be built once you tear down the Great Wall of Evil that has just me and some bald guy and flowers and other stuff in LA, skyscrapers and all of that in my imagery. Tear it down. That Great Wall of Evil has just me alone in my imagery and is openly hijacking your call to me. Let's get started on those 1,000 points of light. Put yourself right here in this imagery. Let's get started building a better world. But the best mankind has to offer in those homes, cities, communities, really. Not just those places that go on Sunday. Put that first brick of truth in right now. Make a video. Any good priest and known will tell you Jesus' house is built on truth. Make a video of America's High-Tech Lifelines right now. 424-229-4140. Make the video, post the video. Come see me in person. Show me a place with actual doctors, actual hospitals. Oh, I leave the Good Samaritan out. That's what the Good Samaritan Hospital, because I spent so many plus days there. When I lost 80 pounds as a part of the genetic carpentry, and the wound that was on it's a genetic wound in that photo there. In ask and answer Jesus' question about Barack Hussein Obama. This is also genetics. I'm going to see if I don't have to go into the bathroom to show you. It's a nice dark day. But here's what the eyes look like most of my life. Dark brown. That was in 2013, printed a little darker, but this is what the eyes look like. There's a little bit of light color here that you can see better here a year later. Smaller, browner circles here disappearing. This shouldn't be there. This is whitish. Lately it's had a little brown around there, the black part. But yeah, lots of change in the videos you might watch of me. Make that video of your high-tech call to me, and if you're a good doctor, come see me first. Have wit, will travel. Show me the perfect place to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. This is what Rapetti did. And I explained to him about the eyes changing and all kinds of stuff, a whole medical history kind of a thing, and he went to get some answers and came back as the devil, not doing his job as a doctor. Apparently he found out about truth. Make that video, post that video, come see me in person. And yes, I leave the Good Samaritan out because that's the hospital I was asking to go to, but the LA Fire Department could not do that, could not arrange that in any way. And it wasn't until I asked about going to the Good Samaritan that I got the 8 times better than morphine, and I'll admit it is 8 times better than morphine. Actually worked in that hospital. Come see me. Have wit, will travel. Have I gotten everything in? Yeah, the Mormons are also those hiding among us. They can reach me by phone. Look for the call log playlist on www.youtube.com/DNFD series. Look for the red phone. You'll see missionaries. They can reach me by phone. Just because some folks can reach me by phone doesn't mean they're actively a part of America's High-Tech Lifelines. A lot of folks can. Point is, you can't. You don't know how many others can. I make videos of those call logs, and yeah, you ask those Mormon missionaries when they knock on your door. They're casing neighborhoods all over America, have been for years. You ask them, how do you reach John Milton Brady? I'd like to know how to get my phone to work in an emergency if political or religious censorship is not allowing it to work. I need to know how to get my phone to work because I want to protect my family. Ask them that question. Get the reaction. Come see me in person. Tell me all about that perfect place to build Jesus' immaculate house. Tell me what you believe. You can call it an opportunity house if you want. An opportunity for all kinds of folks with all kinds of backgrounds all over the world to build a better world, but I have to tell you, it's Jesus' Immaculate House. It's in the fine print, and there will be a test at the end. I hear it's pass, fail, or purgatory.